What if I told you that with just one image, one thought, and one act, you could turn your entire reality around? Sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But that's the beauty of it. The power lies in the simplicity. Today, we're going to break down exactly how these three elements, when used together, can unlock the life you've always wanted. You see, most people overcomplicate manifestation, thinking they need to do a million different things to see results. But Neville Goddard knew better. He understood that the real power comes from focusing your energy and intention on just a few key elements. So if you're feeling stuck, frustrated, or like your dreams are just out of reach, this might be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll see just how easy it can be to start creating the reality you desire today. Let's get started. Alright, let's really get into this first element. One image. Here's the deal. When it comes to manifesting what you want, the images you hold in your mind are incredibly powerful. Think about it like this. Those images are the seeds you're planting in your subconscious. What kind of seeds are you planting? Are you focused on success, happiness, and abundance? Or are you letting images of struggle, fear, and failure take root? The image you choose to focus on becomes the blueprint for your reality. This isn't just some abstract idea. This is how your mind actually works. Neville Goddard was clear on this. If you can hold on to a single clear image of what you want and really feel it, you're already halfway there. So let's make this practical. What's the one image that represents your desired outcome? Maybe it's you holding that new job offer in your hands, or maybe it's you and your partner in a loving, fulfilling relationship. Whatever it is, get specific. Don't just have a vague idea floating around in your head. Choose an image that really captures what you want, something that, when you see it in your mind, you can say, yes, that's exactly what I am after. This isn't about daydreaming aimlessly. It's about being intentional with what you're visualizing. The clearer and more specific the image, the more powerful it will be. Now, here's the next step. Feel that image. Don't just see it, experience it. This is where you turn your imagination into a living, breathing reality in your mind. Picture yourself in that moment. What are you feeling? Are you excited, relieved, proud? Engage all your senses. Imagine the sights, sounds, and emotions as if it's happening right now. This isn't just some mental exercise. This is about tricking your subconscious into believing that this image is your reality. And guess what? Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. It responds to the emotions and images you feed it, so make sure you're feeding it something good. Finally, make this a daily habit. Just like a seed needs regular watering to grow, your image needs consistent focus to manifest. Find a time each day, maybe in the morning, right before you start your day, or at night before you go to sleep, and spend a few moments with this image. See it clearly, feel it deeply, and let it sink into your subconscious. The more you do this, the more your reality will start to align with that image. It's that simple. One clear image, held with conviction, can set the wheels in motion to turn your desires into reality. So why not start now? Pick your image, feel it, and watch what happens. All right, let's dive into the second part. One thought. This is where the law of assumption really kicks in, and it's incredibly powerful. Once you've got that clear image in your mind, you need to back it up with a single powerful thought. And that thought is straightforward. It's already done. Not it's going to happen, not maybe someday, but it's already done. Neville Goddard taught that whatever you assume to be true will eventually become your reality. So, if you're walking around thinking your desire is something that's still out there, just out of reach, then that's exactly where it'll stay, out of reach. But when you start thinking as if it's already part of your life, you're sending a clear message to your mind and the universe. This is happening. This is my reality. Think about it. How often do you daydream about what you want, but then immediately follow it up with thoughts like, but it's going to take forever, or what if it never happens? Those doubts? They're like putting up roadblocks on the path to your desire. What you need to do instead is align your thoughts with that image you've created. Every time your desire crosses your mind, don't think of it as something in the future. Think of it as something that's already happened. Picture it in your mind, and then tell yourself it's done, it's mine. This shift in thinking might feel a bit weird at first, but it's incredibly powerful. You're training your mind to accept your desire as a current reality, not just a possibility. And here's why this is so important. Your thoughts shape your beliefs. The more you think a certain way, the more you start to believe it. If you're constantly thinking that your desire is far off, you'll start to believe that it's hard to achieve. But if you keep telling yourself it's already done, you'll start to believe that too. And once you believe it, your subconscious mind starts working to make it real. It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about aligning your inner world, your thoughts and beliefs, with the reality you want to create. When your thoughts and beliefs are in sync with what you want, things start to flow. So here's what you need to do. Every time that image of your desire pops into your mind, pair it with the thought, it's already done. Make it your mantra. Repeat it to yourself whenever doubt tries to creep in. The more you say it, the more it sinks into your subconscious, and soon enough, it'll feel natural. Over time, you'll notice a shift, not just in your thoughts, but in how you feel and act. You'll start to carry yourself like someone who already has what they want, and that energy will attract the very things you've been working toward. Remember, just one thought, repeated consistently, can completely change your reality. So start right now. Tell yourself it's already done, and see how quickly things begin to shift. Let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle, one act. This is where a lot of people get stuck, but it's absolutely crucial if you want to see real results. You've got your image, and you've got your thought. Now it's time to put it into action. But here's the thing, the action doesn't have to be massive. In fact, it's often the small, intentional steps that make the biggest difference. What's important is that this action is aligned with the image and thought you've been cultivating. It's about bridging the gap between your inner world and the outer world. So, if you're manifesting a new job, don't just sit back and wait. Take that one step that says to the universe, I'm serious about this. Maybe it's updating your resume, maybe it's sending out a job application, or maybe it's even just networking with someone in your field. The size of the act doesn't matter as much as the intention behind it. Now, let's be real. Taking that first step can be intimidating. You might be thinking, what if I'm not ready? Or what if it doesn't work out? But here's the thing. By taking action, you're proving to yourself and to the universe that you believe in the reality you're creating. You're not just hoping or wishing. You're acting as if it's already happening. And that's a powerful shift. It moves you from a state of passivity to a state of creation. Even if the action seems small or insignificant, it's the energy behind it that counts. You're saying, this is who I am now, and this is the life I'm living. That one small act can set off a chain reaction, where each subsequent step becomes easier and more aligned with your desires. Think of it like this. If you're manifesting better health, what's one small thing you can do today that reflects that intention? It could be as simple as choosing a healthier meal, going for a short walk, or even just drinking more water. These might seem like small actions, but when you perform them with the mindset that you're already living in your desired state of health, they take on a much greater significance. It's not just about the physical act. It's about the mental and emotional shift that accompanies it. You're not just eating better. You're embodying the person who values and prioritizes their health. And when you start to see yourself in that way, the universe begins to respond in kind. So, here's what I want you to do. Identify one small act you can take today that aligns with the image and thought you've been working on. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering. It just needs to be intentional. Once you've taken that step, notice how it feels. Notice how that action, however small, starts to shift your energy. You'll likely find that taking that first step creates momentum. It builds your confidence and reinforces the belief that your desire is already on its way. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the law of assumption and Neville Goddard's teachings. And remember, one image, one thought, one act. That's all it takes. Start applying this today and watch how your life begins to change.